thank you very much for joining us. It is Serious Matters on ONIF TV. Thank you very, very much for keeping pace with us here. My name is Olukunle Abrahams, and please do share videos with others. Drop your comments and make them simple and civil. Well, I came across this video and I felt, you know, we could have one or two things to discuss about it. And this spans across, you know, African leaders. Now, for those of you who probably did not notice what happened in that video, that is the president of South Sudan who actually peed on himself, you know, while that parade was actually going on. Maybe you want to watch again to get close to him. Watch between his legs and watch the liquid flow down his trousers until it became a, you know, a flood that could actually be seen on the floor. That was the point when he looked down. I'll come back to talk about it again. Let's watch the video again so that you can look very, very closely at it. If you look between his legs, you notice that it's already wet. It's already coming down. It's already wet. And look at the floor. Look at the floor. The urine is already going, you know, or it's already flowing on the floor. And that was the point when he now looked down. Let me start by saying, like we have always said, there is nothing that says anyone cannot fall sick. And it's peculiar to humans, you know, especially when the body is actually getting old. There are certain things, if care is not taken, that could happen to such bodies, and one of such is what we see in this video. And you see that it has no regard for personality. Some time ago we saw one of the presidential candidates of the 2023 election, you know, stand up in a palace from where he was sitting down, and the boot-up part of his flowing gown, agbada, was actually wet. And when you look at it very well, that is a three-piece attire. Let's even assume that it is two-piece from where the liquid came out from, because I assume that this person is wearing a boxers, that's one. He's wearing a trousers, that's two. Then the agbada, let's even assume that the buba does not get that low to at least absorb some of the water. But then you saw that picture. I just want to keep that away. Of course, you know what I'm talking about. But then let's look at this very closely. I think enough is enough for Africans to stop fielding the worst and the most incompetent of leaders as our leaders, and to be put at the helm of affairs. It is sad. This is a disgrace. This is a national disgrace. And the problem, the bigger picture, the bigger problem is that these people, despite the fact that they do not have the health to handle, you know, the office into which they are vying for, they still force their way into that office. Now look at the shame that this man had caused himself, caused his family, and caused the whole nation. Can you imagine the president of a country peeing on himself right outside there where everybody's watching, the whole world is watching, peeing on himself? His health situation is so bad that he didn't even know, you know, all the time it took for that liquid to get down. You know, he was not pressed. That tells you the condition of his health. And so liquid comes out of his body without him even knowing. He just noticed, probably just felt some wetness on his body and just looked down. At that point, the liquid was already flowing on the floor. Now, like I said at the beginning, we are not making fun of anybody. Anyone could have fallen into that position. But what I'm saying in essence is that then why must we bring such people to be at the helm of affairs? And that was why I concluded that, look, this is one of the reasons why Africa is so backwards, because we do not have the best at the aim of affairs. But thank God, Nigerians are waking up now and, coming to terms with the likes of Peter Obi, becoming president in the year 2023, as against some other presidential candidates who are actually fielded in the same contest. I think we are supposed to be awakened. The president of Ghana came out to say that Africa should stop begging the Western world for money. And the time has come for us to begin to build ourselves. The time has come for us to move from consumption to actually move into production. We have consumed enough. In fact, we have consumed what belongs to generations, even after us. And that's why somebody will pack so much money and keep them inside a soakaway or keep them inside a water tank, and money will begin to get rotten under their watch. Why millions of Nigerians go to bed hungry? They do not have food to eat. They do not have food to eat. You can't have this kind of person at the aim of affair and expect to have a healthy government. That is impossible. You can't have a bad egg and expect to have a healthy body. If the head is healthy, the body will be healthy. The body will be healthy. The international world watches us the way we behave. We are we are so arrogant. We are so proud. We are the one who flaunts, even wealth at the expense of the poverty of the people. There was a meeting, I think, in U.S. or New York. In the U.S. some weeks ago, where head of states were actually came in. I mean, that was shortly after the burial of Queen Elizabeth. And leaders were seen from all around the world. Some leaders from some part of the world, where we call developed world, they did not rent chauffeur-driven vehicles. They rented buses and they conveyed themselves together. Whereas our African leaders, countries that are actually the poorest, they are the most indebted countries. So poor, we are owing virtually everybody. We borrow at every instance. We borrow to eat. And that's why Peter Obi has come up to say, no, I've not said that we might not borrow. We might borrow, but then we borrow to produce. We borrow for investment, not borrowing to eat. How can you be borrowing money to pay salaries? That's terrible. How do you intend to pay back? If our production does not match, cannot even pay the salaries of the people who are producing. So what are we doing? This is a very bad omen. This is a very bad omen for Africa. Having a leader who is unhealthy. Who is unhealthy. And please remember that I've said, I did not say nobody is mocking anybody. Anybody is human. Human. But then, if the fellow is not healthy, then why should he be a presidential candidate? Why should he become president? It's not healthy. It's not healthy. You can imagine how much this president is costing the country. You can imagine how much this president is costing his country on health grounds. In any case, they will not tell us that. They will not bring to limelight, how much is being spent to manage this kind of president. Whereas the president is supposed to focus on the people, to take care of the people. But in our own case, it is the people that focuses on the president to take care of the president. Why are we on the reverse gear? Must we always be backwards? I think the time has come for us to move forward. The time has come for us to move from consumption to production. The time has come for us to have competent leaders. And I mean, not just competent leaders, but healthy leaders. Healthy leaders. Healthy leaders. You say there are healthy people who slept and they never woke up. Well, it happens, but not all the time. It's not all the time. There are more sick people who die than elderly people who die. That's the truth. And so I expect that we should learn one or two things. Let's drop our comment, make them simple and simple. Please do share your opinions with us. Thank you very much for watching. Please, like I said, like our videos. I beg of you, please do like our videos and comment on what we do here. Thank you very much for watching. My name once again is Olukunle Abrahams. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.